seriously, tonight is not a good time for me. I get really bad diarrhea.
GameTrailers 2011 Game of the Year Awards. Best New IP.
While it seems that just about everything good came in threes this year, leave it to the little guys and first-timers to blaze the paths of tomorrow with daring concepts, innovative tech, and an unmistakable sense of originality. After all, today's debuts may very well be tomorrow's hit sequel, but which one of these up-and-coming rookies comes out on top?
Look, I don't know.
And the nominees are Bastion.
And just like that, the Bastion comes alive.
Basking in a vivid visual style and all the trimmings of an old-school action RPG, it's hard not to be immediately drawn to Bastion's shattered world of wonder. Smartly crafted combat and layered RPG elements form the rugged outer shell of the game's mechanical hooks. But it's the soul of the journey that leaves the biggest imprint on our hearts, scored by the dynamic drawl of the omniscient narrator, and brought to life by a world that quite literally builds before your very eyes. Move over Braid, there's a new kid in town.
Something the windbags just can't handle.
Bulletstorm.
Christmas come early, boys!
Encouraging players with its bold tagline to kill with skill, Bulletstorm lays bare its outlandish appeal with a futuristic arsenal of ballistic gadgets and an insane combo shooting mechanic that truly tests the limits of the plausible. Nearly anything goes when it comes to the craft of creative manslaughter, which somehow becomes an art of its own as you're kicking dudes into cacti, slamming them against electric generators, or peppering their limp, levitating bodies with hot exploding slugs. Much like its gruff protagonist Grayson Hunt, Bulletstorm is rude, crude, and more than just a little brazen, but it makes for one heck of a game.
Toronto was stroking one hell of a murder boner, man.
Ghost Trick. Phantom Detective.
Dying isn't normally the kind of thing you want to happen in a game, but you'd be surprised at how fun it can actually be. Combining a unique puzzle element that has you possessing inanimate objects with the head-scratching satisfaction of a great whodunit mystery, Ghost Trick is a unique entry in adventure games that duly lives up to the Phoenix Wright DNA embedded within its lovely flat polygons. Wacky and witty in all the right ways, here's hoping that the imminent death of the DS doesn't spell the end for this ghoulishly good series.
L.A. Noire.
You have a mother, asshole? A sister? How about showing some respect for this poor woman?
Now here's a thought, a Rockstar game that has you enforcing the law rather than breaking it. All jokes aside, there's little to laugh about L.A. Noire's ambitious pursuits. It's quite unlike anything we've seen from the Grand Theft Auto gods thus far. In the seedy streets of 1940s LA, battles are fought and won with sharp pencils and even sharper instincts, giving the classic adventure game a fresh, new photorealistic face and some novel twists on the good old pixel hunt. What's old is new again, in more ways than one.
We're done talking, understand?
Rage.
Welcome to the future.
Ever the nominee darling, Rage makes its final appearance on one of our lists as big a competitor as ever. While the shooting is slick, the larger emphasis on a connected RPG world is what sets this post-apocalyptic thrill ride apart, with enemies that react, factions to fraternize with, and a thriving ecosystem of parts and people that come together in a bloody brilliant mess. The game's vaunted mega textures aren't tough on the eyes either.
And you are one lucky son of a bitch.
And the winner is L.A. Noire.
It was a loss of the tramp, and you just couldn't stand it anymore.
For us, the appeal of L.A. Noire goes more than just skin deep. Its vivacious reimagining of a genre is a refreshing change of pace that shows that not all of a game's impact has to come out of a barrel of a gun. Our fingers remain crossed for a sequel that takes us further into the maw of white-collar crimes and grisly murder cases. Perhaps we may even see some of that impressive technology used below the neckline as well.